Welcome to Just a Tip with Jake and Timmy. What's going on, everyone? Jake here with Uncommon EDC.
Tim from Tim's School of Fish. What's up, everybody?
We are back. It's been a little while.
It's been a couple weeks. Yeah, it's all my fault. I had stuff going on with the mother-in-law having cancer treatment, and then doing stuff to work a second job. I'm gonna go start doing some substitute teaching. And if you guys see me staring downward, it's because I'm looking at the chat because for some reason you can't the co-host can't type in the chat on StreamYard. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just looking at comments.
What's going on, Randy, Kathleen, Jeff, Marco, Griffin Pipes, Joseph, Jeff Jackson. I think Groundfog was up above. Addicted to Blades. Broke AZ Knives. Am I missing
all
anyone?
the regulars are here.
Kathleen, yep, all the regulars. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
So did you watch the live stream last night on Scab's channel? He had like Greg Emerson and all kinds of people on there.
Really?
Greg Medford, Ernie Emerson, all kind of folks. American knife makers. I didn't get a chance to watch it because the Miami Dolphins were on Monday Night Football and priorities, and they finally won the game. They finally won. But yeah, I want to go check it out. He had like an all-star cast of folks on there. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I'll check that out too. I actually fell asleep last night after work for like 2 hours.
You're a night owl, bro. You
yeah,
stay
usually.
Up until like 2 a.m. and then wake up at 6 a.m. What's up with that?
Well, actually, after I woke up from that, I did end up staying up till like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Just back to my routine. I just fell asleep for a while.
I am just the opposite. So, I wanted to ask you guys, I wanted to get your opinion. So, all of the bonefish finally sold out. It took like 3 weeks to sell all the bonefish. Now, when I dropped the snook, they all sold out in less than an hour, right?
Right.
The price was the same. We did the same amount of like marketing lead up to it, promotion. I sent one to Scab. I did a bunch of videos on my channel, and I'm just wondering if I know the economy is not great for a lot of people, if it's the economy or is a Wharncliffe blade really all that niche? I love a Wharncliffe, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe people don't love a Wharncliffe blade the way that I do.
I don't know. I saw the 22 Magnum GECs just dropped, and people were more excited for the Wharncliffe than the Clip Point from what I saw.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I just no. I mean, the price was exactly the same as the Snook, and the price is better. The pricing on these is better than what you would pay for similar handmade, hand ground USA knives. Almost everything out there was at least $100 more than what we have. We use the same steel and everything, but they didn't go very fast. So I started thinking, well, shit, maybe people don't love Wharncliffes. I thought people loved Wharncliffes.
I think so too. I actually talked to a bunch of makers about this at CCKS.
Yeah,
a bunch of different knife companies, and they said everyone's struggling right now.
Really? Yeah.
And I noticed the same thing, like even with like affiliate links and stuff like that, you seeing less sales over the last 2 or 3 months or so. And so I asked a bunch of the knife makers about it, and everyone said the same thing. It's just been horrendous trying to sell their knives.
Yeah, I think so. I think the economy. Yeah. What's up, Armageddon? I think the economy's just catching up to a bunch of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oops, I think so too, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I sold all of my premium knives except for one. I've still got one left, so I'm going to plug it on here.
What'd you hold on to?
Well, this was actually given to me by Mike Reese. He was like, "Hey man, I can't help you, but he sends me knives from time to time to review.
Right.
He's like, here, just check these out. And he was like, hey, man, just hold on to that EMP EDC Nimble W. And he's like, I'll send you the box and all the paperwork. So I've still got this brand new, never used factory edge. I mean, it's brand new. So if anybody's interested in that, hit me up. If not, I'm gonna drop it on Blade Binge.
That's awesome.
I
I've
think
been
that's what it's
thinking
called.
about yeah, Blade Bench. It used to be NAFSA. Yeah, I've been
That's right.
thinking about selling some knives just to make room in my drawer, or maybe even just trading them. I've never sold a knife, but I was thinking of maybe
Really?
taking a bunch of them and bundling them to try and trade up to some like higher quality knives to make room in my drawer, 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 type trades.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I think people might be um, more likely to do that with people not buying as many knives as they were buying in the past.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
what's up, Chad Griffin? Groceries are expensive, bro. My
They
wife was
are.
talking about that the other day. I don't. The only thing I ever buy is like if I run out of coffee and creamer, I go to Walmart and then buy some stupid Walmart shit and some creamer.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
So
Uh,
CCKS, that happened. The California Custom Knife Show happened since last time we
right.
were on. Tell us what's
Hey,
up.
Stacy.
Who'd you talk to? What'd you see? What'd you buy?
Yeah, so I went both days. It's not that big a show, maybe like 50 booths or so. And so
Mm,
talked to pretty much everyone and kind of made the rounds. That show day one is super busy, and day two, half of the booths sold everything on day one, don't come back. And so
really?
both guests and tables, it's like empty. So it's just kind of like people hanging out for the most part. There's not that much to buy. But it was a good
Yeah.
show. I saw all the usuals. Joseph in the chat was there. We got to hang out. He actually gave me two of the Ozark Trails knives, the 2023 and the 2022. And so I'm going to be doing a video on those pretty soon. I'm actually going to customize that one. I've already talked to my local shop and do some engraving on the blade. I think it'll be pretty fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So they dropped. So every Christmas time, Walmart drops all these $5 cheap ass knives, and they've got this one, which is the only Axis Lock one that they have this year.
Right.
And I have to tell you, it's better than this one. I
In
think
terms of just
this,
action, the ergos, or what part's better?
okay, so this has D2 blade steel. This has mystery steel, which I would guess is like 3CR or
Right.
5CR, probably. All
It's an
right.
alphabet
So,
soup of some sort.
yeah. So this one has D2, but the springs on this one are kind of mushy and
Hmm.
really, really soft. Like I expect them to break anytime, right?
Right.
The springs on this one feel better. And this one is just, I mean, it's got some thermoplastic handles. This is not
Yeah.
G10, but it just feels better in hand. It's lighter, and the action is better. It's just, I don't know. I think it's better.
Nice.
The steel's not as good, obviously, but
Right.
everything else about it, in my opinion, is superior. Now,
Interesting.
I wouldn't, I've seen, I've heard, and people buying up, just like the last one, buying up cases of these, and they're already being sold on eBay for 25, 30 bucks, whatever,
Yep.
which I think is crazy. I mean, it's just a $5 beater knife, but
Right.
I'm not opposed to a beater. In fact, I picked up an extra one that I'm going to give away at some point. So,
Nice. Yeah, the orange one that I got from Joseph, the action was excellent on. The
was it?
2022, it was pretty stiff and still hasn't quite broken in. It's getting there, but it
Yeah.
was really, really stiff out of the box. And so
Huh.
I guess it's just hit and miss because I know yours was pretty rough. Your orange one was pretty rough out of the
Yeah,
box.
and that's what a lot of people have told me is that I just got a bad one, and it's a good little beater, but I think certainly it's not as good as what some people got.
Right. Did your Walmart have the Civivi pack with like the Spork and the new model? It's like called the Zisser or something like that for
Yes,
25 bucks.
and I looked at that and I was like, "What model is this?" I don't know
It
if that
doesn't
was just
exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist outside of Walmart. So
it's just a Walmart release.
yeah, it's kind of like the Blade HQ one that they always do as a promo. It's called the Scintilla. That
Yeah,
one isn't sold anywhere. It's just like a promo that Blade HQ does as a freebie every once in a while.
yeah, I did see that. It was just a G10 drop point. I think it might have had D2 blade steel or maybe 9 CR, 8 CR, something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that and I was like, I don't know this one. I've never heard of this knife. What the hell is this?
Back of the Jeep for a year. So maybe the heat worked the oil into the nooks and crannies.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
And they had
Moving on, Brian.
a couple little fixed blades, and I
Oh, I
grabbed
like the shape of that.
this. I do too. It's got a little recurve to it, little hollow grind. I think it's a hollow grind. Yeah, recurve, and it's got like this rubberized handle on it.
Right. Yeah, it looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's good. They had a bunch of other stuff, but I
Nice.
only I only grabbed those two because I'm broke. But
Feel yeah.
yeah, this one's really good. Um, I'm going to put this to use and see how it is. I mean, of course, it's pot steel, and you're going to have to sharpen it, and it's not going to hold an edge forever, but
Right.
pretty decent.
For sure. We got Bluminati, Baxter, Byron all in the house. Triple B's.
What's up, fellers? All the bees are here.
Yeah, exactly. The chair is rolling away as I try and scoot in. I got this pretty sweet advertising knives. I talked to Martin and he was thinking it might be a Continental, but it's this little USA made advertising knife. It's the Coca-Cola
Oh, cool.
at all fountains. And this was from my local shop. He actually had three of them, so he gave me one. But one had red bone, one had yellow, and then there was this white one, which was the most faded. But he got a bunch of different advertising, like Cadillac and Seagrams, and I love this kind of stuff. Not just on knives either, just any old advertising stuff. And so I was
Yeah.
super stoked to get this one. We got the clip point blade on here.
Is it bone? Are those bone
No,
covers?
I don't think so. Actually, it kind of feels like it, but I have a feeling it might be an acrylic.
Who makes it? You don't know who made the knife?
Thinking Continental, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
that's pretty cool.
But yeah, there was a bunch of them. Brands I've never heard of. Some brands that I have, like there was Coors, Seagrams. I think Corvette, a couple of different car brands and stuff like that. And so I've been meaning to go back ever since because I had just stopped by to drop off a knife for customization. And so I'm like, I
Yeah,
need to go back and pick some of those up.
yeah, that's cool. Especially that he just gave it to you.
Yeah, yeah. I have a good relationship with them. I'm there every other week. It's 5 minutes from my house, so spend a lot of time at his shop.
Yeah, I don't think I couldn't tell you where the nearest knife or cutlery shop is to where I'm at.
Yeah,
Probably
we've got a
into.
couple. That's the only one that's close, though.
So I've got this one, the Nola Chucky Jack Stag version, and I did a video on it, and I messed up, and I said it drops this Friday the 15th, but it drops tomorrow.
Man, the stag on that looks excellent.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I think this one's going to be super popular because let me show you
I
the
got this
rig.
one,
Yeah,
and
is
that
that
stag
the
looks way better. This is the
yeah,
gunstock one, but I love the way this one looks, but I think that one looks even better.
yeah, and I got, let's see, this one that just recently dropped. This is the Sweetwater Creek Senator, and the stag on this one is super freaking craggy and knotty.
Yeah,
Really good. Um,
yeah. I think I like it on the other one because it goes all the way to the end.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that is really
this
cool.
looks great. I mean, they both
and
look great, but I like that it finishes.
it's on both sides too. Like
Yeah.
the this is one of the few stag that I have where both sides are almost identical.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this one's gonna sell a ton because the original one sold a ton. And
Yeah.
I think maybe it's just because the size of it, because it's like a full size knife. It's got
Right.
that killer spear point on it. But I think this one's going to be just as popular. So, yeah, that one drops tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then is Austin's knife, is that dropping this Friday?
Sometime this week.
It's this week,
And
right?
yeah, Appalachian Ridge Runner, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And
Yeah, it
he's
looks
doing
sweet.
a giveaway
I saw
on
that.
Instagram. So if any of you guys haven't seen that, go to um, Traditional Pocket Knives on Instagram and enter that giveaway.
And then Kevin was asking, what was the name of the other stag model? Not the Nolichucky, the other one?
Yeah, hang on. So this is the one that came out right before. This is the last one to come out. This is the Sweetwater Creek Senator. So that one's in red sandalwood with the spade shield, or Stag, the Sweetwater Creek Senator. And this one dropped maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it hasn't been long at all. I mean, he dropped three like in quick succession. There was the Stinking Creek Sow Belly, which he had in Stag and some kind of wood, and then the Sweetwater Creek Senator, and now the Nolichucky Jack. And all three of them, there's a Stag version. So
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to pull up the Appalachian Ridge Runner real quick.
yeah, it's sweet. I like that. I think he's calling it Frost, the Arctic Storm blue one, and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
Snowfire red one.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing looks sweet, and I didn't realize how big it was at first.
Yeah, it's a
Scroll
big
down to
one.
the side, 8.35 inches on a slip joint's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that's a
like
monster.
Granddaddy Barlow size.
Yeah, but I like that freaking clip point on there, that aggressive clip point.
Yeah, same. And
Oh,
then you said there.
S90V too. I didn't realize he went with the last two were M390, I think.
Right. And you
Yeah,
said the Frost version as well.
yeah, that
Yeah, a lot of
blue
great options.
carbon fiber and that red and white carbon fiber.
Yep.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, a lot of really good options.
Yeah, I'm just hoping I win one because I can't I can't buy one.
I know, I've kind of a surprise drop. I knew they were coming at some point, but had no idea of the date because he had that one at Blade Show and
Yeah,
he had like a display model of it. But
yeah.
I
It's
just
pretty
bought
sweet.
a GoRuck GR1, and so my funds are pretty tapped right now too, unless the payment comes in before then.
I hear you. Um, so before the show tonight, I think I was 9 subscribers away from 5,000. And then when
Nice.
we get to 5,000, I'm giving this one away. This
It's
is
a
that,
capybara.
yeah, QSP Capybara Titanium Carbon Fiber M390, brand new, still in the box. Never used or carried. So, I mean, it's a sweet knife. I'm just, you know, I
Yeah.
could have sold it when I sold all my other knives, but I
Right.
was like, I had already said I'm giving this away, and I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I said I'm giving it away, so I'm giving it away.
Right. I think in the video you might have mentioned that the thumb stud might have been a little bit too much in that pivot
I
color.
think
I really like it.
I love the knife. I mean, I love the profile and everything about it, and the action is like super freaking premium. I mean, it is sweet. The detent's perfect, but I
Right.
think those thumb discs just kill it for me. It's just like one step too far.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
the other side of the fence. I think The thumb stud and the pivot are what
Yeah,
make it for me. I could even do without the inlay and the handle if it was just those two, because it's so much
yeah,
different than everything you see on every other knife.
yeah, yeah. That would be cool too if the
Yeah,
inlay was
just like
different,
titanium
or
or something.
yeah, or maybe like some little frag there or something. But I
Right.
mean, it's a killer knife. Somebody's gonna get a good ass knife.
Yeah, for sure. And congrats on a 5K. Well,
Yeah,
almost,
appreciate it. So that should be in the next couple days
for sure.
sometime. So you guys keep an eye out for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of the people that watched my CCKS haul video already saw this one, but this was my major pickup first thing when I got through the door. Super
Nice.
excited to get this. This is the DLC Zon, and he made 7 of the Tonto and 7 of the drop point. So I was able to get one of the Tonto. My buddy got the drop point, and they are sweet.
Only 7 of each, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately. It went super
Wow.
quick. They had some Inkosis with different Damascus and like Bogwood and things like that as well. So I think it was like 10 and 7 or something like that out of those ones. And then they had some lottery pieces as well, but it was pretty limited. Their table was sold out in like 10 minutes. The other cool thing, I wish I had my other one here actually, is that they have their pocket clips. So these are milled pocket, or I think they're actually metal injection mold pocket clips, but they're actually
Oh,
made
wow.
by CRK, and they haven't sold them online yet. So they've sold them at like shows and stuff like that, but they just haven't made enough to sell online. So they said they will at some point, but they think they're probably at least 5 months away. But really digging the pocket clips. I got one for my Sabenza too.
Nice. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Stacy said vertical live streams are getting pushed out and getting a crap ton of subs. I believe it. I've seen a lot more people doing it, and YouTube does their little videos for content creators, and like every other day they're putting stuff out about vertical live streams. So
Yeah.
I might have to give it a shot and see what's up with that.
Yeah. My chat is frozen on YouTube, but it's still working in StreamYard. So I'm the exact opposite of you.
Uh,
It's pretty funny.
yeah, Baxter. That's why you see so many people doing just pop up random vertical live streams, which
Yeah.
I'm not a
And
huge fan of. I don't like the vertical format, but they're trying to push it.
yeah, for sure. Don't have that one on me, Randy. Can have my wife go get it if you want, though, but don't have the Fallout on me, unfortunately. Yeah, I saw YouTube is pushing it so much that they are starting to add features to it. So now you can schedule it just like a regular live stream too.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is cool.
And trade it to you. Don't think that one's ever leaving my collection. It's probably my favorite knife at the moment.
Yeah, I agree, Stacy. Because in the regular format, you can like minimize it and keep looking at other stuff, but you can't do that with the vertical format.
Yeah.
So I got this one, and I don't think we showed it on the last live stream. I did a video about the Black
Oh yeah, that's
Appaloosa.
sick.
Did I show this one before on the
No, I
live?
don't think so. But I saw you had posted it in maybe a short or an Instagram reel.
Yeah, so the Black Appaloosa series, the Rough Rider
Yeah.
series, it's been a long time since they released one, and this is the newest one. And I got this a few weeks back from Chicago Knife Works. I don't think it's on Smoky Mountain Knife Works yet, um, but this one's great.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And so there's only one left in this series, and it's that what's it called? Not a boat, upswept trapper. You
Right.
know, Andy's sort of done that upswept sort of trapper, kind of like the Riverbend Skinner.
Right.
It's kind of like that, and I'm just hoping that they don't jack it up and do something stupid like put a double nail nick on it, because they changed it. Because so this was the last series that Andy made before he went to Rosecraft,
Right.
and then so he had already designed it. Then he left and started Rosecraft, and they made changes to a few of them. And the changes they made were just adding double nail nicks onto the two easy open ones, which
Right.
I absolutely hate. So I'm hoping that they don't take that last one in the series and do some dumb shit to it, because that would,
It's gonna be triple
it,
Nailings.
yeah, I mean, that would ruin what I think is the best Rough Rider series ever, you
Right.
know. But if
Right.
they
Did you see
go
the
and
new one they announced today? They
no,
had posted a video. I don't remember what they call it. It looks like almost like a chola wood and a turquoise acrylic combination. It looks
mm-mm.
really good. Really good.
A new series?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I'll have to go check.
Yeah, it was on today's video.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Of course. Oh, 4.99. So I'm like one away. I was like 8 away or 9 away earlier. Um, yeah, so
Pandora
I
Swirl,
might
there we
be
go.
paying. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so they announced that one a while back.
Oh, did they?
Um, yeah, they just they've been really, really slow about getting shit to them. Getting the
Right.
stuff actually produced. They announced that Pandora Swirl and a bunch of different other ones a while back. Um, and they've just been coming in really slow. And a couple of
Yeah.
those, like the long rifle series, they've got like a new long rifle series. I think they've released one, but I think that's a 30-year anniversary series,
Right.
and they're about to run out of time. I mean, they got like 6 weeks left, and then it's not going to be their 30th year anymore. They're going to be in year 31.
Right. Yeah, that's weird. They did that, I remember, with the Remington bullet knife too. It was like, I don't know, the year later after it was supposed to come out.
Yeah, yeah. So they've been really slow about getting shit out lately.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, hopefully I'll be there by the end of the night. Let's
Yeah,
see.
that'd be
And
awesome.
then I finally got this one, the little Cold Steel mini leather neck, which is
Yeah,
pretty
I love that
freaking
one.
cool. Yeah, it's pretty badass. They've got this one, the clip point one, and then I think they've got a um, double sided dagger, like a
Oh,
boot,
okay.
where
Yeah.
both sides are sharpened. And then they've got like a little, what is it? I think they've got a Tonto version too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's one
this
other
is
one, I just don't remember what.
yeah, yeah. So I dig this one. It's kind of hard to get out of the sheet though, and but that's because of the little finger guard. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I wish the sheath was a little bit better, but otherwise, for the price, you can't beat it.
Yeah, I might send it to Jacob when he gets his new shop set up and have him just make me a Kydex one so that I can put a little ulti clip on it. Because
That'd
this
be
one's
sweet.
not ulti clip compatible. What
Yeah,
is
that would
that?
be sweet. So this one is not the Rough Rider at all, but the Rough Rider
No,
kind of reminds me of this finish, just at 10% of the price. It doesn't look as good, obviously. This looks incredible, but it's also 279 bucks, and that Rough Rider is going to be like 20 bucks.
this must be one of the yellow horse ones that we're looking at.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He's done some pretty sweet ones. There's a candy cane one on here too, actually, somewhere. This Ford
Yeah.
Eye looks kind of cool. I don't love all the engravings on it, but the covers on them look incredible.
What's up, Andy? Yeah, I could. Yeah, there's
Hey.
a lot going on there. I like that elk or whatever it is on the bolster there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. I accidentally closed it.
That's all right. I don't think what you're talking about is the Pandora Swirl, though, one.
No?
No, I don't think so. Because the I can't even say that. Pandora Swirl is like blue and brown. I mean, that's
Yeah, that's
blue and
kind of,
brown. Is it?
yeah, yeah. Yes,
Maybe.
exactly. So it's kind of reminiscent of it to me, but not really.
Let's see. Now I gotta look. Pandora Swirl. Let's see if I can pop that up here. One second.
All right.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It just kind of has like
Okay.
a similar vibe. Obviously, it doesn't look exactly the same, but at a tenth of the price, I think you capture the kind of the essence of it at least.
Yeah, I do like it better than I thought I was going to like it when they were before they had pictures, when they were just describing what it was.
Right.
It looks a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what they've been doing lately with some of the random stuff, like the 30th anniversary. These giant ones. Did you pick either
Yeah,
of these up? They're sweet.
no, I didn't.
They're
Oh, they're
like
cool.
a pound each. Yeah.
Ooh, I might have to. Yeah,
It's also
those are.
crazy that these were, I think I paid $20 each for them, so they were cheaper than the one we were just looking at.
Yeah, that's crazy. I might have to check this one out though.
Friction folder razor.
Yeah, I like shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Is it so? Is the whole thing acrylic or is
I
it
don't know if it's like half
actually
wood, half
wood?
acrylic pour.
It's got to be all acrylic. It
I
can't
would think
be.
so, but it doesn't really like mix either. But
Huh.
who knows? It doesn't say.
No, of
Just
course
says
not. It,
synthetic, yeah.
yeah, it just says handle material synthetic.
I think they'd advertise if there was wood in it.
Yeah, my guess is it's probably all acrylic, but it looks really cool.
Yeah. So you've got some new rabbit holes lately you've been talking
Um,
about on the channel.
yeah, so multi tools and flashlights. And it all started with when a while back I did that Walmart. Can you get a complete EDC at
Right.
Walmart for $100? And so I bought this little mini multi tool for like $6 at Walmart,
Hmm.
and it was pretty decent, and I actually like it. Um, and then Nextool started sending me stuff. Um, so Nextool sent me the Flagship Pro, and I really freaking like this one. And it's got these full size scissors, which are freaking
Oh, that's
badass.
sweet.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really, really good multi tool. Um, those scissors are outstanding. So then they were like, "Oh, hey, you did a great job on that review. We're going to send you some more stuff." So then today I reviewed the little mini sailor,
Yep.
and night and day, right? So this little $6 jobby that I got in the
Right.
fishing department at Walmart and this, they're similar, not even in the same class.
Right.
This next tool is so much better.
Yeah,
So
the next
much.
tool is great.
Oh man, they're great.
Yeah, I
So
don't have
yeah,
any of their full-size multi-tools, but I have the mini Sailor and then Olight's version, which is made by Nextool and it's the exact same except it says Olight on it.
so it's funny because they sent me this one, the Flagship Pro, and then they did a Halloween giveaway for a Flagship Pro
Right.
on Instagram, and I won.
Oh no. That's
Yeah,
funny.
me and Colby Venable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
all over everybody's channel. We both won, and then I was like, "Hey, man, I won the giveaway." And the dude laughed, and he's like, "Yeah, I've got your address." And I was like, "If it's cool with you, I'm just gonna pay it forward and do a giveaway and do another video for it
Right.
and do a giveaway." And they were like, "Oh hell yeah!" So I've got
Perfect.
another one of these on the way, and I'm gonna do a giveaway for it.
Sweet.
So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, yeah. So thanks to Nextool, they're kind of doing their best to get me addicted to multi tools. They also sent me this one, which is really cool, and they just I don't remember what they called this. I think they just call it the multi tool knife.
Yeah.
but
They
it
had that one at Blade Show 2023, and I tried to buy it, and they're like, "No, we're not selling it. It's just here to show." And
yeah.
so never got
And
one.
what's really cool is it has like a little Axis style lock,
Yeah,
and this lock operates every single one of the tools.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I haven't reviewed this one yet,
Does
but
opening a second tool also release a lock? Like if you partially open a second tool?
well, let's see. I don't know.
And now if you try and close the open one, does it fix the lock?
Let's see. No, they just both
Oh, they're
lock.
both locked. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Usually when a lot of multi-tools that have locks, if you open a second
yeah,
tool, it disengages the lock.
yeah. It'll like
It's
spring
really cool.
activate it and push it
Yeah,
down. So this one has the same little scissors like the mini sailor has,
that's cool.
which is great. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
they're
scissors
all
on them are
locked.
good.
Yeah, and they all have that little Axis style lock. So that's pretty cool. Haven't reviewed that one yet, but I like it. It's about the same size as well, it's about the same size as the mini sailor.
Yeah,
It's all in one thing like that.
that's cool. Kind of Torinox-esque,
Yeah,
more so.
yeah, kind of. It's kind of it's about the same as like a maybe a 4-layer Victorinox.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, one
So
multi-tool I've been eyeing that I didn't pick up, I'm actually kind of glad it sold out, was the new Leatherman Arc Obsidian.
yeah, I
It was like
saw that
$50 more
on.
than the DLC version, but I've just been obsessed with DLC lately. And
Yeah,
so on the fence about buying it. I don't use my multi-tool that much. I use smaller ones a lot more often than I use the full-size ones because
yeah,
full-size ones end up in your bag. The smaller ones you'll actually put in your pocket. And
right.
so I couldn't talk myself into buying another full-size multi-tool when I already have 10 of them. You know, but
um,
I'm very glad it sold out because I was getting the itch to buy it.
oh, it sold out. Yeah, I saw it on
Just the
Marine X.
Obsidian version.
Marine X did a few videos on it, and he was talking it up a lot. He really likes it.
Yeah,
Oh, the Gerber 600 has Fiskars scissors. That's nice.
that is nice.
Yeah, they make some decent scissors. So yeah, I'm digging that. I think I prefer the smaller size too
Yeah,
because they're like you said, they're just more portable. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I I think the full size ones are great for like throwing in the desk drawer or the
right.
kitchen drawer or something where you don't have to go to the toolbox to get something if you just have to do something real quick.
Yep.
There it is. But I like the portability of these little ones.
Yeah. Yeah, the one I think exception to the rule for me is the Skeletal because it has the carabiner on it, so you can just clip it to a belt loop.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like a full-size tool. It doesn't have very many tools on it though. It's like 6 tools, 7 tools or something like that.
And then I got another sort of little multi tool. This is one that I bought a couple weeks ago. So I am like obsessive about my fingernails, like weirdly obsessive. When I was a teacher, I used to sit in class and the kids would be doing their work and I would be sitting up there clipping my fingernails and you could just hear it clicking. And the students would be like, "Are you cutting your fingernails?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then when I started doing mortgages, I used to go into the office for like the first year, and I always keep nail clippers in my drawer. And I was sitting there one day just clipping my fingernails, and this was back when there was only like 3 people that worked for our company. Now there's like 40.
Right.
Um, and so you could hear it across the whole office. And then the guy came around the corner. He's like, "Are you cutting your fingernails?" I was like, "Yeah." So anyway, I've been looking for like a little keychain fingernail clipper multi-tool, but I didn't want to spend the $24 or whatever for the Victorinox ones.
Right.
So I found these for $3.99, I think, on Amazon, and
Yeah.
they are freaking awesome. So it's got like
Nice.
the spring, it's got like these little spring loaded. clippers that
Yeah.
just come out, and the clippers are really good. And here's what I really, it's got a little key ring. It's the same size as a regular pair of clippers. It's got scissors on here that
Nice.
are as good as the Victorinox ones. And what I really love is all of these little extra tools are on a half stop.
Oh, that's cool.
I
It's
mean,
really
for
cool.
yeah, for $3, because that half stop keeps the shit from closing. So it's got a little knife on a half stop, little pin blade,
Nice.
and a little fingernail file on a half stop.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna do a little short video on this at some point here in the next few days, but freaking, I think it was like $3.99, and
That's
I am
crazy.
super happy. Yeah, like, and there were a bunch on there. Like, if
Right.
you go on Amazon, there's a shit ton of these for anywhere between $15 and $49. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take my chance and buy the cheap one, and I couldn't be happier with it.
That's awesome. Yeah, when I was
Yeah.
working in the office, I actually made a video on this when I first started my channel. But when I used to work in the office, I had a pouch like dedicated to like personal hygiene. It had like a mini cologne, dry cologne in there. It had nail clippers,
Yeah.
like a little nose hair trimmer. Because like nothing's
Nice.
worse than like getting to the office and being like,
Yeah.
my fingernails are. I'm like weird about my fingernails. They're always super short. If I can get dirt under them, they're too long. And
Me
so
too.
like if I get to the office and they're that long, I need to trim them and like yeah, so I just had a
Yep.
pouch that I would carry around with all that stuff, mouthwash and all that.
Yep. I'm the same way. I'm that guy that kept a toothbrush in his desk drawer.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, these are freaking great, man.
that's great.
I never thought about that too. I could use the little scissors if I got like if my mustache needs a little work or some nose
Yeah,
hairs.
there
Didn't
you
even
go.
think about that, but that's probably what these are actually for.
Yeah,
But yeah, so kind of weird, but it's EDC shit.
what's up, Big E? That's sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
I was
What's
showing you
up,
this one
Biggie?
before we got on, and I actually made a video on it today, but the Rivery Manufacturing Zero. It's a sweet
Yeah,
little
that's
utility
badass.
blade, and it's automatic out the front. It's a sweet little utility blade. Only like a half inch of blade, but pretty fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, these were like $70. I think they were doing a show special at 65, but they're made in the USA. The guy who designed it, it was his first design ever, which is
Really?
crazy to come up with something like kind of wacky and just interesting and unique as his first design. So it's gonna be interesting to see what he does with his next
Yeah.
one.
Didn't you say you had to mod that one a little bit? You had to modify
Just
it?
a little bit. I put the goon tape. It's like a
Yeah.
hockey tape, but for not hockey sticks. And so I put goon tape in the thumb slot in the back because it was ultra slippery. But most of the ones they sell are textured, so you don't have to worry about it. But I chose like the smooth version because I thought it looked a little bit better.
I think it looks cool though with the tape on there. It looks like it's meant to be there.
Yeah, yeah. I spent a couple minutes with the razor. I think I'll probably redo it and clean it up a bunch
Yeah.
because it's a little bit sloppy around the edges, but you can't tell from afar, obviously.
It's like skateboard tape, like deck tape.
Yeah, yeah, so it's not grippy like that, but it does add a little bit of grip. It's more like hockey stick tape where it's kind of like
Oh, okay.
soft tape.
Like
Yeah.
stick tape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I have like 1,000 rolls of it lying around and always trying
Oh,
to find
really?
something new to do with it, so that was perfect.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, it's
Biggie.
pretty much the exact same thing as hockey stick. It's just made for non-YouTube
Yeah.
friendly items.
Yeah. So the other um, rabbit hole I'm going down is flashlights.
The
So,
other. You got flashlights, you got multi-tools, you got watches.
well, I'm not buying anything right now. So, um, but the multi tools and the flashlights are being sent to me,
There
and
you
I'm
go.
not complaining. I'm digging them, um, but they're certainly adding to my desire to acquire more of them. Even though I can't do it right now,
Right.
I can see myself when I do have the money, spending it on shit that I don't need, like more multi tools and more flashlights.
Yeah.
So, Brynite had sent me this headlamp, and I reviewed it, and it's freaking awesome. And then they sent me this keychain flashlight, and I reviewed it, and it was awesome. And then they sent me the E18 flashlight, which is awesome. And now they have sent me another headlamp called the HL18, and this is a headlamp slash flashlight, and it rotates.
That's cool.
And these all have magnetic base. They're all DLC coded. So this one has one of these little head strap thing and a little mount, so you can wear it as a headlamp, or it just snaps off of the little mount, and you can use it as an EDC flashlight too. And
Yeah.
it's pretty badass.
I like the mount on there, how it kind of retracts the strap. I feel like that's
super
unique about it.
Yeah, it is cool. It's just got this little rotating pin, and it just retracts. And then you can just like pull it to expand it, and then you just twist that little thing to roll it up.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they really, I mean, look, I'm no flashlight expert. You have many more flashlights than me, and so do a lot of other people. So, I mean, I've got a Streamlight, an Ace Beam, a couple Through Nights, some old Bobo flashlights from back in the day. I think it's called Hosbell or something. And you can tell this is like 15 years old. You can just see the design.
Right.
You know, it's like they're on. This is 15 years ago, an EDC flashlight, and this is now. But so, like, I'm no flashlight expert, but these Brynite ones are freaking as good as any one I've ever had. You know,
I was gonna say I have my first one on the way, but I think their designs look really cool. Like with that one, I think the strap is really cool, the retraction, and the fact that the head rotates like that. I think it's gonna be super satisfying to like flip back and forth.
Yeah. And I really like the knurling on here. You probably can't see it, but it's got like these little polygon knurling on here, which just feels really freaking good in the hand. And the switches are really responsive. You know how sometimes you get a mushy switch or something, and then sometimes there's a delay. You don't have that with this. And they gave me a 20% off code, School of Fish. So if any of you guys ever buy any Brynite shit, School of Fish, all one word, 20% off.
That's great.
Yeah. So they're feeding the bear too, just
That's
like
good.
next to.
Yeah, it's good that they're getting them to you while you're kind of in that rabbit hole.
Yeah, and you know, I had said that I wanted to do more EDC stuff on my channel instead of just knives all the time. For one thing, I mean, you get bored with it.
Right.
And people can't really understand if they're not a content creator, but you do. I mean, sometimes you just like, another fucking knife review. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I kind of just go off of what I'm in the mood for, and I try and not do too much of the same thing so I don't get bored of it. So like most weeks I only do 2 knives, even though I'm putting out 5 long form videos, and then I'll mix in like a flashlight, a pouch, a multi-tool or a pen or something, and try and mix it up. But I think viewers sometimes get bored with the knives too. I feel like if I do too many, that only one of them will do well, and the other ones will just kind of flounder because it's like too saturated. And so that's a big part of why I try and switch it up also. Keep me from getting bored and people from getting bored.
What's up, Jacob? There's a boy,
hey, Jacob. I thought you were talking to me for a second.
I picked up a Coast PK22 flashlight, 888. Nice. Yeah, I've seen those because you guys know I go to Walmart all the time. That's where I buy my coffee. But I have seen those, and I've thought about getting them. And last time I actually thought about getting one of those Coast flashlights was right after the last hurricane came through. And I
They're
was
all
like, you
gone.
know what? Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna walk over there and check out those Coast flashlights and see what those are all about. And I went over there, and every flashlight, the whole department was cleared out. And I was like,
Okay.
what the hell is going on? And I was like, duh,
That's
hurricane
funny.
just hurricane just rolled through. Yeah, it happens every time because
Yeah.
people like, I can't imagine not having any flashlights, but that's what happens. A hurricane is in the Gulf, and then everybody runs to Walmart and grabs all the shit on the shelf. And I'm like, I kind of have all that.
Yeah. That's how it goes, unfortunately. I think Rich has done some videos on the Coast flashlights.
Yeah, I'm sure they're pretty decent. I mean, a flashlight's a flashlight.
Yeah, I don't think I have any, but I
I
know.
don't. I'm sitting here looking to see. I've got some little Bobo pen lights, and I thought maybe one of them was Coast, but it's not.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah, I pulled
Um,
this knife out. I can't remember if I've ever made a video on it. I think it was like I showed it in a video the first month because it came in a going gear. But this is the, I believe I can't remember the name actually. Spy mode? No. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a Spyderco made by Lion Steel in Montiago, Italy.
oh no shit. A little
Lockback,
lock.
yeah. Yeah, a little
Yeah,
lockback
that's
with
pretty
that
cool.
natural micarta. Pretty cool one. When I first got it, I wasn't super excited about it, but it's really grown on me since then. So if I did make a video at the time, my thoughts on it completely changed since then.
I like it.
Yeah, I
It's,
really dig it.
it's yeah, it's different. Um,
I want to call it the Spy Moto, but I have a feeling that might be a new model.
Spy Moto. It feels like one of their European market knives, but I know it's not because it's got the lock on it. They can't have the locking knives.
It's definitely not the Spy Moto. That was the one that had the removable flipper tab.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, maybe it's the Spy Opera? Yeah, there we go. Spy
Spy
Opera.
Opera,
Yeah.
a removable flipper tab. What is it, magnetic or something?
No, it has a screw in it. It's a screw-in
No
flipper
shit.
tab. You remove it and it just comes off.
Huh. That's pretty
Here,
cool. I haven't seen that.
I'll
I'll
pull
have
it
to
up.
look that
It's
up.
pretty nifty. It's originally a line steel design, I believe, that they incorporated the Spidey hole, and so again, line steel made it. But let me share my screen if I can remember how to do that. So you can barely tell right here. It's not a great angle for it, but if you look at the bottom of that thumb stud, you can see there's a hole there, and it actually
Yeah.
screws into the tang of the knife, and you can just completely
Huh.
remove it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, really cool. These went pretty quick, but you can buy the Lion Steel version just kind of off the shelf pretty easily.
Yeah, I
But
kind
those
of
ones
dig
sold
that.
out super quick. And I feel like they weren't, I don't know, as popular as I thought they would be, but then they've kind of, once they're no longer available, people want them.
Yeah. Um, so I have to tell this story before I forget. So I'm going to start substitute teaching as like a second job to make some extra money until the housing market picked back up. So I was a teacher for 20 years, and then I reached out, did all the shit that I have to do to start substitute teaching, which is cool because I can work whatever day I want to. I don't have to do shit. All I have to do is go babysit for the day, and then boom. It's like being a grandparent. You know what I mean? You get all the joy of it, but then at the end of the day, you can just send them home and you don't have to worry about it, right?
Right.
Um, you know what I mean? It's like all the fun and none of the responsibility. So they were like, oh, you have to go get re fingerprinted. And I was like, why? I've been fingerprinted. I've had a federal background check. My fingerprints don't change. And they were like, well, you got to go get fingerprinted. I was like, fine, I'll go get fingerprinted. So the place that they sent me, it was supposed to be like a UPS store, kind of like
Right.
one of those shipping stores. It wasn't
It
a
does a little bit
UPS
of
store,
everything.
but yeah. Well, it was a tobacco shop mainly. Um, and then I go in there, they've got your freaking glass pipes, your water bongs. They had a big ass selection of gas station knives, which I have to go back there to actually take a look at the gas station knives because I just kind of peeked at them real quick and they had some shit in there that caught my eye. You know,
Yep.
I'm not opposed to a freaking $8 gas station knife.
Yeah.
Um, they had gas station knives. They had water bongs. They had all your CBD shit, beer, wine. They didn't have liquor because they probably didn't have a liquor license, but beer,
Right.
wine, um, sex toys, and freaking lingerie in a box. Like shitty, cheap ass lingerie in a
Right.
box. Yeah. And I was like, what fucking alternate universe did I just walk into? And I was thinking, how ironic that this is where they sent me to be
Right.
fingerprinted and have a federal background check was to this damn head shop, basically. I
Yeah.
was like, this is crazy.
It was all a
But
test. They got a mole working there that's seeing if you're buying any of the weird ass shit.
and then I took my, they say bring two forms of ID for your I-9 shit. I took my birth certificate, I took my social security card, and I was like, hey, I'm here to get fingerprinted. I was like, you need to see my ID? And she was like, no, I don't need to see all that. What's your name? And I was like, all right, cool.
Could have
Didn't
been
even look
anyone.
at my, yeah, could have been
That's
anybody.
funny.
Just, yeah, it was pretty funny. So I was like, yeah, this is kind of a microcosm of the education system as a whole. You know, they
Yeah,
talk a good game, but underneath the veneer, it's all a bunch of bullshit.
that's pretty
So,
funny.
yeah. But I'm looking forward to going back because I want to spend
Yes.
some time in that shop and see what they really have to offer. Because they had some shit in there that piqued my interest. No, not the dildos. I'm talking about the knives.
Yeah. That's how you know you're a sicko though, when you're like get excited to see these gas station knives just as excited as you would to be in a regular knife store.
Right. I was like, oh, gas station knives. Oh, they had like some machetes, like some zombie themed machetes and shit.
The
Yeah.
Rambo survival with like the hollow
Yeah.
handles.
Oh, I got to see if they have that. Like the Chinese knockoff Rambo knife with this hollow
Hmm.
freaking handle. Yeah. If they had that, I'm buying one of those.
Yeah, I was
But
at a CCKS. I actually posted a short on it, and they had an original Buckmaster, which is pretty cool because they
really,
just remade it, and the remake was $900, which is insane. But it
oh,
was the
that's
original. It
awesome.
had the spikes and everything. It had the original casing and all of that, and it was selling it for $500, which is actually pretty good for what I've seen them go for. The secondary
Yeah.
market's in the trash also. So they
Yeah.
at one point they were over $1,000 though, and so to see an all
Okay.
original one for $500 is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
is
pick it
pretty
up
cool.
because I spent all my money already, but I still was
Um,
pretty excited to see one in the wild.
see one in the wild.
Yeah.
The Buckmaster.
While we're on weird Spyderco's, it's another Going Gear one. Seem to get a lot of Spyderco's from Going Gear. But the Ikuchi, have you ever seen this one?
Uh-uh.
So it has
Hang
the
on.
Spidey hole in the handle itself, and it shows through the blade, so you can see directly through the other side of it, which is kind of interesting. And then it has the round flipper
Yeah,
up
that's
here,
cool.
and so it's like a rolling flipper. It's kind of a really interesting action on it. Super slim, pokey little blade.
Oh wait, I think I have seen that.
Yeah, it's
Just
pretty
not
sweet.
not up close.
I'm not a fan of the handle material here. It's a carbon fiber laminate over G10. So
Yeah,
I don't know if there's really secondary scales on this one. If there are,
yeah.
I'd probably replace them at some point. Don't really like laminate, but otherwise it's a really cool knife.
It is cool. I like that. It's kind of like a flipper fillet knife.
Yeah,
Is what it
yeah,
looks like.
exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Exactly. That was a pretty funny name too. Ikuchi.
Ikuchi. Um, what was the one? Oh, we put out a knife called the Nar. The we Nar. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah, the we Nar. I
That's
wonder
funny.
if they know they're doing this shit sometimes just to troll us. Like,
Usually
you
I
know what I
would
mean?
say they have to know, but I think we
Yeah,
is like their entire management's in China also. So like yeah, they
yeah.
do a pretty good job of whatever marketing them here to get them in front of people. But
Yeah.
part of me thinks they don't know.
I don't know. I like to think that they're just fucking with us. You know
Yeah,
what I
I want to
mean?
see like Hawk Knives and Tua Knives do a collaboration. Get like a Hawk Tua.
Yeah, that would be good.
Did you
That's the
see?
name of that's the name
Sorry.
of one of my fantasy football teams this year.
Oh, is it? That's funny.
Tua, but Tua, like
Yeah,
TUA
like
from the
Tagalin.
Dolphins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Did you see the Come and Go, the gas station? They're changing the name to some new company bought them and changed them. Is changing the
No.
name, which is crazy because that's the only thing people know them for. You know.
What are they changing the name to?
I don't know, something boring. It's like Drexler's or something.
Oh, Come
It's
and
not
Go.
Drexler's. I just made that up, but it's a boring name like that.
No, I didn't know that. We don't
Yeah.
have Come and Go
We don't really
around
either,
here.
but I always see them on road trips. And
Yeah.
you know, we're all immature. We all enjoy the name, and now they're changing it, taking that away from us. That was a good
Yeah.
like 1.5 minutes of joy on our road trips.
We always have to stop in every Buc-ee's that we
All
pass.
right.
Do you guys
For
have
sure.
Buc-ee's out west?
No, not even close either.
Have you ever
We got.
been to a Buc-ee's?
Yeah. I've been in Texas, but
Oh,
nothing
that's where
out
they
here.
started, I think.
Yeah.
Was the Buc-ee's is the greatest place on earth, man.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. I
freaking
wish we
love.
had one out here.
So Mobile, Alabama is like 45 minutes from here, right across the Alabama line. So sometimes we make a trip over there just to, like on the weekend, just to go to Buc-ee's,
That's
just to
sweet.
go to a big giant gas station and get barbecue sandwich and fudge and all kind of dumb shit. Buc-ee's is the greatest place on earth. It is awesome. The only thing that if they had gas station knives, it would be even better. But
I
they
was
have
gonna say,
everything
has
else.
anyone done Bucky's EDC yet?
No, but that's a good idea.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna go see if you can build a loadout from Buc-ee's.
Right. I
They've
was
got
talking to someone from here, this guy John, and he was telling me, "Hey, do you see the new In-N-Out tactical bag?" I was like, "What?" And I go look on their website, and sure enough, they have a tactical duffel bag at In-N-Out.
come on.
I'll pull it up. Hold on.
In-N-Out. That's a burger shop, isn't it?
Yeah, but they have all kinds of their own merch. But
Really?
they also have. Let me share my screen.
No way.
So you can get there, and it's got the In-N-Out logo all greened out. You see that?
In-N-Out burger. That's awesome.
Right? It's pretty funny.
That's pretty cool. I had no
Yeah.
clue that they had merchandise.
I only knew about like they have the shirt and the socks are really popular. I think you can buy a hat there also. So I knew about all that stuff, but I didn't know they had anything else. But they have like look at all these different departments up here.
Oh, that hat's pretty sweet too.
Yeah.
Like
And they sold
throwback
like the
mode.
whole uniform for Halloween. You can buy the entire In-N-Out uniform.
Knife Doctor did what? He already did a Buc-ee's. He already did
Ah,
a Buc-ee's
beat you to
loadout.
the punch.
Fuck. I'm gonna do it anyway. Next time I close a mortgage, because they have everything, dude. They have grills, they have fishing stuff, they have cast iron skillets, tents. I mean, they have everything there. Except
I'm not sure if it still exists out here. I would assume so, but the ones that I was used to go to are no longer close to me, so I'm not sure if they do or not. Let me check.
I've never been to Smash Burger either.
19
Okay.
miles is the closest one, so not too far.
Yeah, never been there.
Yeah, there used to be one in Huntington Beach that I would go to, but I don't know of any close by to me. It looks like the closest one is Mission Viejo.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the tobacco slash knife slash sex toy store tomorrow because it's over on that side of town where I have to go in the morning for my little
Yeah.
thing. So I might stop in there and do a video. Ask the lady in there, hey, I'm going to do a video. Is that cool? She doesn't care. She didn't even ask me for my ID when I got fingerprinted.
Right. That's wild.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I
Yeah,
went to get a fingerprint and a federal background check, and she told me I don't need to see your ID.
it's pretty funny.
Okay.
Well, they're clearly just one of those stores that'll just kind of do anything, you know.
I guess. I
They're like,
guess,
"Hey, do you
man.
guys want to stock our?" And they're like, "Sure."
Sure. Yeah. Next time, if I have some knives that don't sell, I'm just going to take them up there and drop them in the case.
Yeah. And if
And
the
so,
next live your chair's vibrating, we'll know why.
yeah, right.
Did you see
Uh,
that? This was a while ago, maybe 2 years ago, but there was a huge controversy in chess that they thought someone was cheating using a vibrating butt plug that
come
would like
on.
tell them what move to make.
Are
I don't know if
you
anything ever
kidding?
came out of it. It was huge news at the time. The other player that was playing him like got up from the table and left because he thought he was using a vibrator to get his moves.
I have to look that up. That can't be real.
Yeah. I don't think it was ever proven, but
The big chess butt plug scandal.
uh I bet
That's
if you put in chest butt plug scandal, it'll be the first story.
I'm gonna type it. I'm gonna do it right now. Let's see. Chess butt plug scandal. Sure did.
Yep.
Hans Niemann used a vibrating anal beads during a 2022 chess match against Norwegian world champion Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah.
No
Magnus
freaking
Carlsen walked out.
way. The sex toy brand responded and said, return the butt plug to its rightful position.
That's too
Okay.
funny. I think there's also been similar controversy in poker as well.
How does that even happen? How does a vibrating butt plug tell you what move to make? Did they
Because they
like,
use like positions on the board, so it'll be like move whatever to D7, and so they'll use like some sort of pattern to indicate the position on the board. So two vibrates, a pause, and a long vibrate is D3 or whatever,
oh my God.
so to speak. I'm not practicing the whole
Yeah, right.
vibrating anal beads chess strategy.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's freaking insane.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of training.
exactly.
That's wild. Yeah, I'm going to have to go read the stories on that. No, I missed that one. I missed that news altogether.
It's funny.
Who knew?
Yeah,
That's
I
wild.
think at least with the case in poker, it was a woman that was the controversy, and so
Yeah.
it's a little bit less scandalous, I guess people thought, but
I
the chess
guess.
one was
Oh, that's terrible.
too specific. Damn, got me.
Yeah. I guess I started it with talking about the freaking sex toy shop that I'm
Yeah,
going to visit tomorrow.
yeah. How
Damn,
far
I
out do
started.
you? Just out of curiosity, how far out do you plan your videos?
I don't.
Not at all.
Like I plan them 1 minute ahead of time. There's
No.
no planning. Like I look around and go, well, actually, I have like stuff on a table over here that's like that needs to be reviewed, and so I'll kind of go over there and be like, okay, what do I want to do today? And then if I'm looking at the shit that needs to be reviewed and I'm not in the mood for anything, then I'll just go dig through my shit and find something else to talk about. But all of my stuff is just like spur of the moment. And
Gotcha.
there's no script, there's no notes. I just grab it and go. And so from production to publishing, it all happens right, I
Yeah.
record it, do a couple quick edits, make a thumbnail, post it. That's it.
Nice.
What about
Yeah.
you?
I usually try and plan out about 4 videos a week. And so
Yeah.
it'll leave me space to just fill in one. And I don't plan the day that I'm going to do it, just kind of what mood I'm in. And then sometimes it'll depend, like the beginning of the month, I always have like Gondek EDC and Login Jotter and
Yeah.
Grim Workshop all coming in. And so I'll kind of plan to leave spaces open for them. I'll still plan videos in case they don't get there, and then just replace those videos if they do. But
Yeah.
usually about 4 of the 5 videos each week.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of have an idea of the things that I need to do. And then sometimes I might have an idea for a topic or something. And then so I'll just throw that in. But, a lot of times lately, Rosecraft is sending me shit, Next Tool, Brian Knight. So, like, they're keeping me busy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I can't imagine people like Metal Complex that have so much shit being sent to him. I'm sure he has just like backlogs of piles of shit that he needs to get to.
for sure. I think at one point there was some controversy with that actually, because he had held on to a knife that was supposed to like get passed around and have a bunch of videos out before it came out, and he had held on to
Really?
it for a couple months. Which, I mean, I get it. He has a ton of knives. He's making
Yeah.
14 videos a week, so if you still can't get
Yeah.
to them, how that tells you how many
Yeah.
knives he's getting in at a time.
Yeah, exactly. And you can tell when he'll do some videos where it's like he'll look at 12 Civivis at a time,
Yeah.
right? So you can tell that they just send him boxes and boxes of shit. I don't
Yep.
think I ever want to get to that point because I want to talk about what I want to talk about, you know?
Yeah, I still like to be able to choose whether
Yeah,
or not
me
to
too.
take stuff. Um, just because I'm not really into, I know what I like. I don't really want to make a video on a knife that I don't like. And so like I choose what I'll take, and I know that there's a pretty good chance I'm gonna end up liking it, at least, unless something goes
Yeah.
horribly wrong with the knife, with the quality control or fit and finish. Unless something goes horribly wrong, I already know that in general I like the idea of the knife at least.
I had one of those sharpening. Have you seen those little roller sharpener things
Yeah,
where you like roll? Somebody's sending me one of those. I think it's called a tumbler or something like that.
yeah. Is it
Um,
the Worksharp version or the original version?
I think it's the original. It's not the work sharp. I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
the original one.
Yeah, because there was one that came out that got pretty popular. I think it was originally marketed towards like chef knives and things like that, but then
It
Worksharp
was.
came with their own version of it.
Yeah, yeah. It was marketed for chef's knives, and they
That's
reached out to
interesting.
me, and I sent them my little terms, and I said, all my little shit that said, you know, I'm going to say good stuff and bad stuff, and it might
Yep.
take 2 weeks, it might take a month, and I might not do a video if it sucks. And they were like,
Yep.
yeah, that's cool. It's on the way.
Yep. I think I ended up on some sort of weird list because I
Yeah.
get constant, constant Amazon offers from different companies, but it'll be
I've
like,
seen,
"Hey, do you want to make a 60-second video about our hair ties?" And I was like,
no,
"What?" And it's
no, I
just like all
don't.
kinds of random stuff that's like, "Hey, we
Yeah.
have, car wash products," which is cool, I kind of want them,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it doesn't make sense for my channel. And so I don't know how I ended
Didn't
up
you?
on this list, but it's just complete random stuff.
Yeah, I think I got on that list too because I've been getting a bunch of dumb shit. And I'm like, have you ever seen my channel? Ever?
Exactly.
Yeah. Didn't you say Kevin from Devo got a bunch of pool equipment and reviewed a bunch of pool stuff to get some free stuff?
I think I remember hearing that, but I don't think I saw it myself. But I do remember that story. I think he told it while he was on the show, actually.
Really? Oh, did he? I had to go back and watch.
That might be it. Because
I
I
thought
remember hearing that also.
that's probably where I'm remembering it. So he wanted all the free pool stuff for his pool. So he was like, "Yeah, send it to me." And then he
Right,
did a bunch of reviews on pool products.
right. There's
That's
a guy I watch. I think I don't remember if this is the name of his channel or not. He's this magician, but he mostly does puzzle stuff. His name's Chris Ramsey, and he has some sort of signal to tell you if he's actually into the sponsor. And so
oh,
he'll take like anything, but he kind of signals to his audience that, yeah, I'm into the sponsor, or no, I'm just doing this for the money, basically.
no kidding.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it's pretty
And
funny.
the people that send him shit are none the wiser.
Yeah, because like most of almost everyone who reaches out, half the time they know nothing about you. They're like, okay, I saw you
Nothing.
have an EDC channel, and some of them didn't even see that. They just saw that you have a channel that exists,
Right. Yeah.
and so they don't do any research on you, so they're not going to be any the wiser if you're telling your audience like, hey, not into
Yeah.
this. It's just a sponsor.
Yeah. Or I just wanted some free shit.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Kind of like this thing. I just wanted this little phone holder thing
there you go.
that I reviewed the other day. I wanted this extra little phone thing, uh, little
I
phone
actually have
stand thing.
that somewhere.
Do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I purchased it though.
It's
Um,
actually pretty good.
It is. I think it's at
It's
my
really,
recording table. But yeah, I picked up one of those. I was picking up all kinds of like weird attachment points because it's a pain to have to carry your phone while you're recording.
it is. It
The
is.
weirdest
And
one
there,
I got was a referral from Vu. And so he got one of these to record, and it's like a necklace that holds your phone right underneath your chin, pointing
oh,
downwards.
yeah. Yeah.
And so you can like record your hands while you're doing stuff. And it
That's
actually
pretty
works
cool.
pretty well.
What's it say? Just give those companies. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a cool little phone holder. And they reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to do this little phone stand slash phone clamp holder thing? And I was like, yeah, I kind of want that. Like,
Right.
I need that. Um, and so, but then I sat on it for like a month and I was like, how the fuck am I going to do a video about a phone stand?
Yeah.
I just wanted it because I need it.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
but
that's one of
yeah,
the things where I kind of learned early on, I feel like, is that I try and think about what the video would look like before I accept it. Because I'm
yeah,
like, there's stuff that I've gotten that I've held on to forever. And I'm
yeah.
like, how do I make a video on this? And
How do I
then,
do this?
yeah,
Yeah.
there's actually a company that I guess is somewhat well known Amazon company. So they sent me a product and then that I agreed to review. But then right after that, they sent me another one and it was horrible. And
Oh,
so
really?
I hadn't made a video on the first product yet, which was fine, but the second one was horrible. And I emailed him back, never heard back from him, emailed him again, never heard back from him. So I didn't make a video on either product because I didn't ask for the second product and I didn't want to be like liable to make a video for something that I just didn't like. And
Right.
so I held on to both. They've never gotten back to me. And so
Really?
apparently they don't care that I didn't make a video. I don't know.
Probably not. They probably send out so much shit they lose track of it.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. But a
All
little
right,
bit over
man.
on time. Is there anything else you wanted to show before we hopped off?
No, not really. So, just wanted to mention that I'll be doing that giveaway
Yeah.
for that QSP maybe tomorrow or the next day. So, whoever's
Whenever
still
that
here in the
hits.
chat, look out for that. So, because I would love one of you guys to win it. And then this drops tomorrow, the NOLA Chucky Jack in
Yep.
Stag. And then I've got a couple other giveaways coming up. I'm going to give away one of these, the greatest knife of all time, the new greatest knife of all time. And then I've got a giveaway for a Nextool Flagship Pro coming up soon. And that's it. Just got some giveaways coming.
Awesome. And congrats, early congrats on 5,000. You'll be
Thank
there
you.
probably before I talk to you next. So,
Yeah, when I hit 3,000, I was like, I want to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. And then I was like, that's a pretty lofty goal. And then, so I kind of backed off that and I was like, I'll be happy if I get to 5,000. And
yeah.
I'm going to hit it. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah. That was my goal also, 10,000 by the end of the year. I
You
knew
might
I
get
wasn't
it.
on track for it though,
You're
even
getting
when I
pretty
set the
damn
goal.
close.
Yeah, I'm
You're
at
getting,
like I think I'm almost at 8,600. Not 100%
yeah.
sure, but around 8,600. And so definitely not going to get there. I'll probably be at like 9,000 or so by the end of the year. But that's all right. I knew I was off track. I think I was only on track to hit like 7 or 8,000 by the end of the year. So I'm definitely ahead of schedule still, just not ahead of goals.
I mean, steady growth. I think when we started doing the live stream, you were at like 5 or 6,
Yeah.
5,000 maybe. And I
Yeah.
was
Around there.
hadn't hit. I was just about to hit 3,000. So
Exactly.
yeah, pretty good. So I'm happy.
Me too. Yeah, can't complain.
All
But
right.
thanks again, everyone. I'll go for it.
Next week on my channel, I had reached out to Scab at Choir Boys Cutlery, and he said he would come on the show. So
sweet.
I'll reach out to him and see if he wants to do it next week. But so I'm going to try to get him on next week.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Huge shout out to Bluminati Ninja and Randy's WSG. Make sure you subscribe to both of them and check out, they both have merch available as well. And so definitely check that out if you're interested in some merch and kind of spreading the love of their channels.
Yeah.
But
thanks
again. Take care. See you next week.